And Bonds hits right high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. Today's video is a little bit different than what I normally do, as we are talking about ESG Football. That game is right around the corner. It is free to play. You're definitely going to want to download it when it drops. And for those of you who do not know, ESG Football is going to be a simulation-based football game. I think that's very important, you guys, to understand. First and foremost, this game is simulation style. This is not going to be arcadey. However, it is very similar to NBA's My Career mode in the city. This game is based in New York City. It includes all 5 boroughs. So you're going to have a free roam environment where you get to go around the city and link up with friends at different areas in the city and play games. You get to train your character, you get to work and build them up. Very My Career-esque in 2K, but it's football. It's taking Madden Superstar mode to a whole new level, elevating it to something we've never seen, but it's keeping the gameplay simulation style. We're not getting a bunch of arcade. And I wanted to take a minute to go ahead, and we got some early looks at the builder, right? The builder is going to be very important. People love looking at the builder in 2K. This builder, of course, is for ESG Football, and how you can build your character. You can make them as tall as 7 foot, as short as 5'5", and you play offense and defense in this. So how you want to build your character is completely up to you. There are no restrictions, and I do think that it's important to point out that they've added some attributes that I think really are really interesting to me that aren't in Madden as far as player attributes there. And the first one I want to talk about is if we go to the left side of the screen here, and the run after the catch. I think that's a super interesting ability or attribute, I should say. The run after the catch, how a player runs after the catch. I think that's fantastic. I think that's really cool. Deep ball distance. Now they already have arm strength, so I'm wondering if arm strength is tied to velocity, and deep ball distance is obviously tied to distance. So arm strength is how fast a football can get to you. Distance is how far it can go. I think it's really cool if they break those two apart. That's if that's indeed what it is. Super cool if you ask me. I like the downhill run. That's a new one. Elusiveness, endurance. These are all new attributes that are super cool with how they're going to impact the game that are not in Madden, that I think are fantastic ideas by these guys over at ESG. And you go to the right side of your screen, and you have some other ones over there too, like the progression. I have no idea what progression is there, but it has me intrigued on what that could be. I like that they have a strip attribute as well, so obviously how well you are at stripping defenders, causing fumbles. And then they have a truck stick, so you know how well you are at trying to run players over versus eluding them, like we have in the elusiveness slider. And of course you see a couple skills that are there too: speedster, glue hands, jackrabbit, pick, and then you can pick the force skill. And then as you rank your player up to level 90, 95, 97, you get to unlock more skills. And speaking of skills, if we go to the next page here are a couple others that you have. Obviously there's a lot more. You can see that it scrolls down. This is just our first look. Backbreaker, Bruiser, Bulldozer, which I'm assuming Bulldozer is similar to Freight Train and Madden. Dimer and Glue Hands are both names of badges that, or skills I should say, that have been in 2K. I'm curious what they are in this game. Then you have Guardian, Gunslinger, Jackrabbit, I'm assuming is maybe how high you can jump or something like that. I'm very intrigued by this. It looks like they've really put a lot of thought into this. I'm super excited about this game and playing in the builder and coming with a unique archetype for your character. And speaking of that, so they did let us see what an early build looks like, a 60 overall build. Now, this particular build, the player is 6'2", 200 pounds, and based on what they selected, his nickname or archetype is a jackrabbit, which I think is pretty cool. Or is that the ability he has? Excuse me, jackrabbit's the ability that he has. He has a speedster ×2. He has glue hands. I think those are just the ability, or the abilities or skills that are attached to him, which is super cool. But I do like that if you look here that he's got attribute caps based on his height and his weight. So for example, you can look over, his jumping is capped at 76, his speed is capped at 88. At 88, I would assume if you lowered his weight or his height, those would increase, but then you would, have some other area get negated by being less strong. I'm assuming strength would go down, things like that. So very cool early look at this builder as a 60 overall. And if we tab over one more page, this is what this particular build looks like when they bumped him up to an 86 overall. But they also, just to show, changed his height to 7 feet tall, which I think it's super cool. You'll see some things go green, like his arm strength went up, his deep ball distance went up, but other things went down. His jumping went down, his speed went down on the right side, his acceleration went down naturally. 7 foot tall, you're not going to accelerate, you're not going to have the same top speed as a 6'2" player, even if you're the same height. So I like that there's a positive and a negative for going taller or shorter, and I'm assuming there's similar for going heavier or lighter as well. So you're going to have full options on how you want to truly create your character. And as you can see here, you're going to have several different categories: passing, rushing, blocking, receiving, physical, special teams, tackling, engaging, coverage. Now, because you're playing multiple positions, if you go all offense, you might get torched defensively. If you go all defense, you're probably not going to help much out on offense. If you go straight up, passing, like catching and running the ball and coverage, you're probably not going to be very good with the ball in your hands out of the backfield or throwing it for that much. So yeah, you really got to figure out what you want to do and how you want to excel, which I really like that. Very similar to the 2K builder. And we get a little bit more look here at some of the badges. What I think is really cool here is they have 6 tiers. So 2K is Bronze, Silver, Gold, Hall of Fame. Then they just added Legend this year. Very tough to get. You have to be a 99 in a certain category. But they added GOAT, which I think is pretty freaking cool. So now you have 6 badge tiers. And here's a couple of them that you can see here. Basket Catch, Business Decision. I'm very interested on what that is. Diamond Hands, Eyes Downfield, Fancy Feet. Fearless. Yeah, this is super cool, and the badges look to be different than what we first had, which was a skill slot, right? So you have skills and you have badges, so that is super interesting to me. I really like how they came up with this builder. It's going to be very unique, and honestly a lot of fun playing around with it. I'm super excited to get my hands on the builder whenever it does come out and play around with builds and see what you can come up with. Is make a Deion Sanders type build. I think would be super fun, but that's just me. But yeah, guys, I just want to drop this early look at ESG Football. Again, free to play. It's going to be coming soon. You're definitely going to want to download it. Simulation-based football game. A little bit different than normal franchise football. You're going to be playing against people, with people, your friends. There's going to be options to play against the CPU in these modes, kind of like there is in 2K as well. But yeah, guys, super excited for this game to come. I love having competition in the football market, and especially when you get a simulation-focused football game that's gonna bring us an elevated superstar mode, the NFL version of 2K's My Career, which is free. You don't have to spend money to even try it out. I think this is awesome, guys. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Have you heard of ESG Football before? Have you been following this game as it works towards release? Are you excited to play it? What are your thoughts on the builder? What do you want to see from the game? What's going to make you try this game out? You know, I want to have a conversation with you guys. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Otherwise, that's it for this one. And as always, stay tuned to the next one. Peace.